I'm Kate Wendelton, president of the 5 O'Clock Club. Welcome to our 58th HR Network Breakfast. We're happy to see all of you here today. You may be interested in knowing that 1/3 of the people here have never attended one of our events. And so they were sent here especially by their companies because of the topic today. And so we welcome you here. But we also especially give a warm welcome to our HR customers because they make these events possible. Plus, our HR customers tell us that they are heroes in their organizations for having selected the 5 O'Clock Club for outplacement or for executive coaching. And why are they heroes? Because of the quality of our services and the tremendous value that we offer. Many tell us that they are surprised that we don't charge more for the level of service that they are getting. So make sure that you recommend us to your employer so you can be a hero too. That's a smart thing to do, right? Listen, I'll just tell you a tiny bit about us. All of our outplacement coaching packages are for a minimum of 1 year. You know, it's irritating. We see that other firms are starting to say, oh, we're a minimum of 1 year too. It's like, oh yeah, really? What kind of service are you getting there? You're getting access to a web-based system. You have career coaches that have thousands of people assigned to them. And their approach is, we're here if you need us. That's their approach to the job hunter. That's not how we work. We have a customer service department. Nobody else has a customer service department. So what happens is, when you give us the go-ahead, you've spoken to somebody, told them the bad news, you give us the go-ahead, within 1/2 hour, we tell them the good news. We tell them how great you are. We tell them that you're providing them with 1 year of outplacement. And what else does our customer service department do? They review each person's case monthly to make sure that they are using the service, so you're getting your money's worth, to send you a monthly report, keeping client confidentiality in mind, but just to let you know that you're getting your money's worth. I don't know of any other organization that does this kind of follow-up to make sure that people are engaged. Also, we are the only ones with a research-based methodology. This is another irritation for me. Other people are starting to use the word methodology. Yes, of course, everybody has an approach, but it's not a research-based approach based on 25 years, over 25 years of research. And we have the books, the CDs, the MP3s, and our results that prove that we have a great methodology for people to follow. One other thing you didn't know. Do you know that our 180 certified career coaches all have to go through a grueling 4-month certification process? And here's David Madison. He's the evil one who makes sure that they learn our process, our methodology, even if they've been coaching forever elsewhere. Who else requires such intensive coach training? For people who've been coaching for 10 or 20 years. No, that's not good enough for us. They have to unlearn all of the blah, 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 blah stuff that they think they know and learn what really the research says. Also, who else automatically extends a package for a person beyond the year to another year? Look, it doesn't take them a year to find a job. If a person's having a difficult search, we want to be with them throughout that search. That's one thing. But also, people take consulting assignments. Their time gets put on hold. They try out a new field. They want to start a business. And so for those reasons, they might need to have a longer package. We want to see them through to a very pleasant, happy, fruitful ending for them. Oh, well, but enough about us from me. Let's hear about us from somebody else. Her former employer paid for her outplacement services with the 5 O'Clock Club. She started with the club in October 2012 and attended a total of 10 weekly small group strategy sessions. Those weekly small group strategy sessions are what we refer to as the club. When people say they're going to the club, it means they're going to their small group strategy sessions. In addition, of course, she met with her coach privately for assessment and everything else. So has agreed to tell you about her experience at the club, as she does at her small group. When she lands a job, she tells you. So let's give her a round of applause for coming here and reporting today. Yay! Come on up. And so we always want to hear the coach's point of view. Sometimes they have a different perspective. Come on up. Run up, Sharon. Run, run. Hurt your leg like I did. Oh, I just want to say one thing. Sharon, she's been with us for 5 years. She's one of our senior coaches. When Sharon joined us, she already had extensive HR experience, and she had an MA in organizational psych and human resources from Columbia. And even Sharon had to go through our grueling certification process, just so you know. Take it away, Sharon.
Thank you. Thank you. What an amazing story we just heard from Joanne. She was an absolute pleasure to work with. Her story was so powerful and so inspiring. I spoke with Joanne earlier this week, and I asked her how things were going in her current position. She said to me, "Sharon, the honeymoon is still on." Is that amazing? Now, when Joanne first started working with me, as she said before, she went the old route of jumping on the computer, seeing what positions were available that she could go ahead and apply for. She saw that did not yield much results for her. Begrudgingly, she was open to me working with her on trying a different approach, really focusing on the networking, really focusing on reaching out to those individuals who were in a position of power to have conversations with her. There were some kooky ideas that ran through Jaweir's time during her search in terms of entertaining internships, really pursuing positions that weren't at the appropriate level. And as Jaweir mentioned before, I said to her, focus on what's going to yield the best results that's appropriate for your level. So Jaweir, I wish you continued wedded bliss with your future employer. And once again, congratulations to you.
Okay, well, isn't this great? This was always, when I was a coach for 19 years, that was always the highlight of the evening for me, was to hear the Successful Job Hunters Report. I just want to say, too, that a number of those in the audience today and those who are watching this via video are in between jobs. You know, we want to help you, HR people, in your job search. And you know, if you've already tried to work with us and it didn't work, because I know that does happen, come on back. You know, we don't want people to drop out ever. If you are an unemployed HR professional, even if you are in outplacement elsewhere, we'll help you with your search. So come on and call our office. Now on the blue form here is where you would just take your name tag, plop it on there, and just say that you would like to have 5 o'clock club coaching. Are you in transition? Just say yes. If you are employed, you can be a fly on the wall and guess and see Sharon and Jaweir, people like that, in progress, and see what happens at the club. And it's really an eye-opener. So if you just want to come and observe, fill that out on the blue form. If you think that you are interested in our outplacement or executive coaching services, check that off, and we'll just have a group of us come over there to your offices and tell you more about our service. So we'll collect these blue forms when you leave. End of 5 o'clock club commercial, really. That's the end of the commercial. Now back to the HR Network. On September 13th, the event is on employee engagement and retention. The title is From Good to Great, Engaging Employees and Driving the Business Forward. It's just kind of the next step after what you're going to hear today. You'll get your invitation next week. It's open to all HR professionals, managers, and executives, and so register right away. Thank you for coming, and thank you for allowing us to be part of your professional lives. Now on with the main event. Please take 2 minutes to turn off your cell phones, as they say at all theaters. For the next 45 minutes, please do not text. Please be considerate of your speakers and leave after the Q&A, which will end sharply at 9:28. So you can hang in there. Our moderator today, I am so happy and proud to announce, is a new employee of the 5 o'clock club, Darren Kimball. Listen, this is our first time ever. We have an SVP, Director of Business Development. Darren's job is to bring the business to the next level so more people say, oh my God, I've never heard of you people. How come you're such a secret? And so let's give a warm welcome, as we have, to Darren Kimball. Yay, Darren.
Good morning, everybody. So this is the audience that I've heard so much about. So I'm really delighted to be here. This is, you know, I've spent the last 20 years or so on Wall Street, and I'm finally in a position now where I get to help people. So let me just let me just tell you a little bit about my background. Really through most of my career, I was a highly sought after star analyst on Wall Street. But early last year, due to an ill-advised career move and the changing fortunes on Wall Street, I found myself out of work and in transition. And I knew that I didn't want to return to what I had been doing, but I only had a vague idea of what I really wanted to do. And in hindsight, I can say that I had a poorly crafted strategy and probably a little bit of an ego that refused to accept the fact that career transitions are really hard work. And after about a year of floundering, I discovered the 5 o'clock club. And as I was listening to the podcasts, many of my past mistakes, either recent or long time ago, started to flash through my mind. It was a little bit of like a visit from the ghost of job hunters past. And as I thought about how much I was benefiting from the 5 o'clock club methodology, I started to think about how helpful the 5 o'clock club could be to my friends and former colleagues, some of which are still digging out from the Lehman or the Bear Stearns bankruptcies, some of which have been impacted by more recent downsizings, and some that are currently employed but see the writing on the wall. So as the saying goes, I like the company so much that I joined it. And as Kate was mentioning, my goal at the 5 o'clock club as the new head of business development is going to be to make this best-in-class company a little bit less of a well-kept secret, and also maybe to give that little push to those that are reluctant to use our services by telling my firsthand story. So I look forward to meeting those of you that I haven't already met and don't know. Please feel free to say hello afterwards. Please call me at the headquarters, and I may reach out to you at some point in the future. So now it's time to turn our attention to the main event.